Welcome to the vault. I'm your host. I I ain't even gonna say that. I just whatever. They call me Ben, short for Ebenezer. So this is like a quick little write up. I just be trying to make sure I understand the movement and relation to what my experiences are here in this existence. Alright. So this is third quarter moon. Third quarter moon is the period of tension after the full moon. So full moon is a time where all the information and experiences and ideas and things are fully perceived or observed by the mind. You take it in, you get all the information, and then you begin to move forward with all the information that you gain from the full moon or the time of the full moon. So now you get a little friction. It's a breakdown in the alignment. Something was recently revealed to you. Now you kind of gotta like, all right, ooh, how you integrate this? You dig what I'm saying? Salutations to Lord Ganesha, Lord of auspicious beginning and removal of obstacles. With humble intentions and obeisances, I ask that you preside over this write up and remove or place in the path any obstacles that might, hinder the intellect or get in the way of making this kind of short and concise and straight to the point. Thank you so much. You dig what I'm saying? Salutations to all the planets: Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu, and Ketu. You dig what I'm saying? All the different portions of the Lord. Man, it has different rays. I can talk about the Lord. Alright, so this is the chart for third quarter moon in Aquarius, where I'm at currently on the east. The ascendant in Leo in this metropolitan area. So over in this area, the focus gotta do with like relations and shit. Overall, kind of is too. So quarter moon lunations bring conflict, tension, disharmony, misalignment, frustrations. You dig what I'm saying? Discomfort, because it deals with the 4th house and 10th house. So it's about getting out of the comfort zone, learning some, applying it outwardly. You dig what I'm saying? But it's a conflict, so it's inner conflict and outer conflicts. You feel me? So the sun and moon are at a 90-degree angle. Now, in Vedic astrology, squares go forward. You see what I'm saying? In Western, they go back, forwards, loop-de-loop, whatever. They can tell you anything in Western astrology, and So the moon is squaring the sun right now. Right? Inner conflict coming from outer things, right? So 4th house represents comforts, conditioning, learning. 10th house represents achievement, purpose, karma, actions in the world or actions overall. Squares often involve tension and discomfort. It's your comfort zone. It's shaking up. Your conditionings, your beliefs, certain things that you may have learned get shaken up and get tested during this time, and this day, 2.5 days. So moon being mind and emotions and instincts and first reactions, and sun being one's soul, authority, true will, who one is, right? What one revolves around is conflict between how one reacts and what one, feels one purpose is in this moment during this month. So the inner and outer expressions is misaligned, need readjustment during this time. Moon in Aquarius is the instincts to stabilize through logic and a unique view. It depends upon one's own unique way of thinking and communicating. and it creates stress and tension with the Sun and Taurus, which is the purpose to stabilize through resources, pragmatism, and depend upon groundedness and possessions or material possessions. So air and earth being in this square, they impede each other. The elements air and earth impede each other. They do not cooperate. Air pushes the dust around. It dries it up. It makes it kind of like it could make it barren. The arid environment and make it barren. You know, move too strong, it'll knock down trees. Now the trees can't, it take a long time for trees to grow. Taurus likes to be persistent and consistent. And the earth element likes stability and grounding is something that it can really put its feet on, stable, something that's stable. Whereas air signs is wanderers, they're not looking for anything stable, and they're not looking for nothing that's too long term or too restricting. As air is pervasive, it's just gonna get through. It has to just move around like a bird or like a ghost or some other. So it create dust. Dust is like make your eyes hurt, so you might not see things very clear and shit when you having a square or tension between these two elements. The way that you communicate, the way that it is being received, it's not really an environment where he can be playing it and stuff like that. However, it could help get rid of certain pests, like, and then the pests go away. In some instances, it could bring pests. Spider mites, they put a little bit of string out of their behinds, and they let the wind, they let the dry air, because if it's humid, it's a little bit more heavier. The little web just gonna fall right down. But when it's dry, they use that, find some, cling on to it, start eating it up. So maybe it's like rumors and stuff could be spread. Feel me? In other instances, like physically, it could just be like, a dry ass cough, real nasty little dry cough, respiratory issues and stuff like that. So Aquarius is the natural 11th house. 11th house is a house of material gains, cash flow, friends, other people, the involvement in other people. Taurus is the natural second house. This house is a house of finances and material possessions, things like values, family, and stuff like that, what you eat, right? So issues could be looming concerning finances and the cash flow, the things that you wish to do. And Aquarius is you struggling because you got, right now you having thoughts and ideas come to mind about things that you wish to do, hopes, wishes, the results of your achievements and your actions within the world. And if you got enough money, like your purpose, you like, man, I gotta get my money right in order to do these or something like that. Or quite possibly it could be self-esteem issues concerning like how you get money, because the 11th house, second to the 10th house, it sustains and supports the 10th house matters of actions in the world, career, reputation, sources of income and livelihood. So sources of income and livelihood is being affected by one's self-esteem, or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? I have to scroll. So waning quarter moon in Aquarius is described by Yasmin Boylan in Monology as your wishes related to cash are likely to come true if you boost your self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? So this is Moon and Satabisha today. Is the square. So it's secretive, concealing, it's distant, smoky. The stars of the Aquarius is like 300 light years or more away, and more away. Presided over by Varuna, Lord of the underworld, lust, justice, bondage. Also often seen with Mitra, who was the presiding deity and archetype of the full moon position. They went on saying he is the Lord of friendship. So as there's an attachment here. Mona Shada Bishop shows that there's an attachment. There's something that's either being held secret, being concealed, something that's holding one back, something that's restricting one's. Because Satabisha is about the pressures that come. Like people with moon and Satabisha, they are secretive and conceal themselves, and they kind of like they a long time because they feel the pressures put on them by society in the societal kind of way. And then in the next stop, Purvabhadrapada, they kind of like they experience a sense of not feeling pressure, but instead exerting pressure on others. You dig what I'm saying? Not to conceal, but now it's like, okay, you kind of gonna come out with it. So these stars is real, like the way that they work, interesting. You feel me? He is Lord of the Underworld, so got his own secrets, but then also understands and knows other people's secrets and things that they did. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn as Multricone, so it's a very karmic influence. It probably is the most karmic sign in terms of their actions. Their actions that have been taken in past lives, current lives, they all really matter, and they deal with that, right? So squares, third quarter moons involve squares. Squares bring up issues, things to be resolved, challenges to face. So you learn or you bear witness to any obstacles, and then you make changes or you ignore them. Maybe it'll go away. In some instances, some squares may get better over time, and it just goes away. But the idea is that in a square, it's a corner. Energy kind of get trapped up in corners. The way that chi flow, it flows kind of gentle, but if it's gentle and they get in a sharp corner where it's two sharp corners, that energy gets stuck there, and then when it finally finds its way out, it shoots out like an arrow, and it could hurt something. You dig what I'm saying? Or go backwards or in on itself and hurt itself. So that's where like squares involved. So it's a time, third quarter moon is a time breakdown, readjustment, and forgiveness. Moon in Scorpio means that something was revealed that was either traumatic or transformative. It was extremely intense emotionally intense time of Scorpio. Third quarter moon in Aquarius brings a sense of detachment towards whatever was intense. It allows one to be able to, or maybe be granted the possibility to detach and let go of that. Saturn is Multricone and with moon, so that's favorable. So it's like one, moon is experience, Saturn is detachment and difficulties and grief. So it allows one time to grieve, get some alone time, and you just maybe, speaking blah 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 blah, mad about those things. Guaranteed over the course of this transit, you going, you will get stirred up because moon is moving towards Mars. So you're gonna find yourself like angry, wanting to fight or wanting to punch or be punched, like just whatever type shit. And then Saturn influence come in, kind of like, all right, let me just chill. I don't really need to. I'm hurt. You dig what I'm saying? I'm hurt. You feel me? And then Saturn is also 12th lord, so it's like you hurt by some previous conflicts and hidden enemies. You didn't see things too clearly. So reading from Aquarius, if you deal with any issues in your private life, you might be able to sort them out once and for all. This conflict occurs in your first house and fourth house, so you're just having issues with your inner world, and your peace is a bit disturbed right now. You dig what I'm saying? Your peace, your comforts, peace of mind, happiness is a little disturbed right now. Pisces, the best way to rid yourself of fears and doubts might be to talk about them this week. This quarter moon occurs in your 12th house of fears. Well, 8th house is fears and phobia. 12th house is secrets, hidden troubles and worries and stuff like that. You feel me? And then sun is in your 3rd house, so you could talk about these things with someone. Aries, your wishes related to cash might come true if you boost your self-esteem. Yeah, y'all, that's so Mars is a malefic planet and he moved Trachona Aries, so y'all be in y'all heads probably more than anybody else, which is why y'all be trying to, do this and do that, but I don't know. I be trying to think about that, but I really had trouble with y'all. It's something I know about y'all that I was like, oh gosh. Now that I know that, boom, I put a boundary up. I ain't gonna back. So as cool as y'all can be, it's like y'all really do gotta work on that self-esteem thing, because it's like you ain't really got shit to be fretting about. And the cue is when y'all get all like gross like that, and yes, I'm gonna use the word gross. When y'all get gross like that, bro, like, oh my gosh, y'all just have to pull somebody into that shit, you know. And Mars' bitter enemy is Saturn, so I just be worried about other Aquarius and shit like that getting pulled into y'all bullshit. I don't like that shit. Taurus, you want to shine. It's at work. I guess you could say it's conflict of tension, but not really. You have a Lord of the own sign in those both Taurus and Saturn. But bothersome work matters. You probably just gotta put in a little more time at work. You being your demand at work is a bit more like, yeah, like you in demand at work. Anything that make you some money, your sources of income and your livelihood. Gemini is looking at where you are in life. You feel me? Trying to get the bigger picture. Could bring up some fears, but it's all the better if you face them. So maybe you want to go on a trip, but your money ain't looking right. You gotta spend some money for a trip, spend some money for some learning and shit like that. You're trying to expand. You want to expand your sense of self, and you having conflict. Like, damn, like, am I where I want to be or whatever the fuck? And Lord of the Ninth is in the ninth house, so in a way, yeah, you just gotta be a little patient because your ninth Lord is Saturn, so it really be your stuff kind of could come across real unexpected. Your fortunes in life be unexpected, real sudden. You dig what I'm saying? But when they do change, it's there to stay. So don't fret, little Nick. Cancer, if there is an issue to do with your friends that is connected to money or sex, then sort it out. Money or sex because it's eighth house. Jasmine Boylan writes, money or sex. Eighth house is like money, sex, intimacy, and intensity. But it's also scandals. It's the things that you surrender to. So either what is that? Second to the eighth house is the ninth house. So you surrender yourself to God ideally, but sometimes you're gonna have vices and those things that you succumb to, those intense, emotionally driven, deep aspects of one's psychology and shit, or their psyche, and that little alter ego and shit like that, the fake shit too. So yeah, you having issues with friends, like you might not be knowing how to pick your friends correctly and shit like that, and now you just find yourself always involved in scandal, or your money be fucked up because maybe you find you ain't really, maybe you are into this shit, or maybe you just into being around people and shit like that and wanting to be seen, but now you find yourself drained because damn, like I really can't be around all these individuals or some shit. I don't know. Could be fucking with your what is that? Because it's not just friends, but it's also your cash flow, material gains and shit, like what you know and you get money for in the public and shit. So tighten up. Leo, if you have yet to find a balance with a partner or personal or professional, try harder this week. Yeah. What can I say about Leos? I don't know. I just like put up a boundary with y'all too, so I ain't really been checking. I ain't really been paying attention. It'll stress me out, and that's probably what it is that y'all do. Y'all just trying to stress a motherfucker out, and I ain't gonna hold you. Just chill. Y'all got Leos. Y'all got chill because y'all really be on that trying to make somebody a subordinate or a satellite, like orbit around me. If you don't orbit around me, then you don't love me, or you must not da 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 whatever little narrative that you'll spin. But then the person that you like the most is like super duper independent, or they really be they got their own little section. They really are you, but just not trying to involve everybody. They're not so welcoming and shit like that, but they welcome you in. So yeah, you kind of gotta find a balance between your huge fucking ego. If we put sun in the first house, and then we put moon or sun in first house, that personal planet in the first house, and Leo, it's just like sometimes you gotta just like learn to just chill, bro. You always want to fight and shit. Y'all on that love and basketball, y'all got that bad. Virgo, the duties you have to perform this week could get in the way of what you really want to do. Sorry. So the Virgo, it deals with your sixth house. You having conflict at work. You dig what I'm saying? It's gonna be a conflict at work. It's gonna be, some difficulties at work this week. It could be some difficulties with some enemies and stuff like that. You may find yourself like having a little bit too much energy or excitement that has to do with conflicts. You feel me? Just on edge, and you might have to just take a breath. You feel me? Do some yoga or try to work out. I ain't gonna bat. Libra, a day when, with a bit of luck, you'll feel a certain friction in the air for all the right reasons. So you're just gonna be excited as shit. Maybe you planning to have some fun or some romance or some shit like that. Or maybe you might just have some issues with romance and shit like that. But don't trip, I guess, because you got fifth lord in the fifth, so like the love is just it's experiencing early delays, but it'll sustain. It'll be alright, my nigga. And it's past life good karma, so yeah, you just gonna be feeling like good karma and some luck in there. Make yourself available. Scorpios, it's time to work through issues with a lover or ex. You might soon get a new start. This is in your fourth house and seventh house. So yeah, y'all kind of gotta speak about some private matters. You and some intimate partner, or you and somebody that you got a one-to-one relationship with, need to speak about some private matters and stuff like that. That has to do with the home life or something like that. I don't know. Sagittarius, good time to talk through and release a conflict or drama. Take good care of your health. Courage, enemies, opposition. In Sagittarius, this is the third house and sixth house. Third house is about courage, willpower, efforts. And it's the hands, so it has to do with like either like fighting or competition and skill. And then sixth house has to do with fighting, weapons, work, shit. You feel me? Enemies, those things. So yeah, like tighten up. Next couple days, shit. You feel me? Till the next lunation, perhaps. So that'll be later when moon go in the second, third star Pisces. And then Capricorn, it's time to let go about worrying about your finances and decide to have more fun in your life. Where is this at for y'all? This is your second house and your 11th house. So yeah, your cash flow and stuff. Like once again, we all having whatever Saturn, whatever Aquarius and Taurus is in your chart, there's a conflict. It's gonna be some tension, but it should smooth over because the lords of Aquarius and Taurus are like And sign, that's a strong influence. Venus is combust, so that's being used for the agenda of the sun. Um, yeah. Yeah, so Saturn day in signs a strong influence, be able to let go of something, but also being defensive and reserved on one end, but then being a bit aggressive and like easily excited on the other end. Sixth house is a Mars is a card for the sixth house, so it's kind of eager to hurt, easily excited. It's just on edge, nervous, and kind of could be neurotic. Moon is six low with the first, so it's just defensive, being defensive, having boundaries and shit like that, having inner and outer conflicts, or outer conflicts because of because of an inner conflict. You know what I'm saying? But 12th Lord is the Lord of detachment and grace, so it allows one to kind of let go of these things. You gonna need to. Moon is like moving towards Mars. This is called Sunafa Yoga. So this brings like the mind and the activities and stuff. Manas is activities. So the activities is going towards Mars type themes. Mars themes is those related to anything with action, a lot of energy, vigor, anger, willpower, fighting, martial arts, martial activities, guns, all that things. You feel me? Sports, just competition, all that, right? So you just gotta don't get pulled into conflicts and stuff like that. It's explosive energies. Explosive. So Venus is with Sun and on sign also. So this quarter moon, it's like it just it's a interesting time when I think about it. Now Venus is combust. Venus combustion means that it is copa. Copa is anger, frustration, being burned. You dig what I'm saying? So, and then Venus is the planet of potency, sex, relationships, women, relationships. So, in a very basic way, like Venus combustion just shows that, like, people maybe not. I feel like it's like this every time around this year. I mean, every time, every year around this time, and it's probably true. But yeah, I would. Venus in good dignity, man. Like, yeah, you potent, attractive, charming, favorable, good time to go seek out a new partner or something like that. Venus, when it's too strong, you doing too much. You way too involved. But then also, it's going to bring, so a combustion is going to cause frustrations with relationships, frustrations with partnerships. Women themselves are frustrated. Maybe men, when they think about women, or if they are involved in women, it's kind of like shit, like it would give the experience of feeling jaded. You dig what I'm saying? As a Venus type right now, like I'm experiencing a feeling of being jaded. It's like I don't, you know, shit burned up or burned out. So people just being either they got burned, or motherfucker got burned, caught something that's like possible during this time. Which I guess that's a part of life, but I don't know. You feel me? I don't got Venus and Virgo. Not saying that that's what it's like for y'all, but I don't know. I know somebody with Venus and Virgo, and yeah, like catching some, yeah, nothing new to them, I guess. Feel me? I'm like, all right, I guess. You motherfucker. I don't know. Feel me? Opposite to that, that's a motherfucker. It's like you would think. I don't know. I don't know. You just make a nigga think, cause that Venus stuff could get. I really like Venus. Lord of Sugar. So yeah, like, all of those themes that Venus is significant of, it just get burned up. It's like, it just gives a jaded feeling. You just jaded to it. Like, I don't even really want to know your name. I don't really want nothing. Leave me the fuck alone. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Not only is it jaded, but it's kind of going. Oh, see, I ain't going back. Look, nigga. See, now I'm about to get frustrated thinking about this shit because it's like, damn, bruh. I understand being jaded. Motherfucker just come in, they fuck it up. They fuck it up. They fuck it up for you. They fuck it up for the said niggas. Just I'm scared. And then, all right, well, can you just go with peace? Nah, I gotta break some guy break. It's like, all right, well, break this thing here and then still get the fuck, and you'll see who was always broke along. You dig what I'm saying? And that shit, then you get jaded, and now your motherfucking ass got cracks and shit. You're like, or you don't, or it's a result. It's a result of, let's think about this. Taurus is Earth, Moon exalts in Taurus, so Taurus gonna always have some of that like watery element. Venus and Moon are water element, so Venus is fertile, it's muddy, but it's not like sloshy slosh. It's like, ooh, this kind of the fucking I think of out in the forest where you really smell that. Or in the pasture right next to the forest, that little spot, you feel me? So I don't know where I was going, but yeah, you just get burned, and you go in with that type of clay. Clay will be fixed earth. You can kind of claw that. It's not that far from yeah, the other water sign. So we're gonna call that like some type of clay. You feel me? Lord of Taurus is water element. Moon, water element, exalted Taurus. So yeah, it's like real clay. You go in there, you just get burned up with the sun. Get burned up by the sun. And that super duper intense heat. Go in the kiln, seal yourself up for a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? You come out that junk glaze. Feel me? Ready to get glazed. Come on with it, bit. Catch it, son. But yeah, I ain't fucking with it. I don't get it. And then I be be like, man, motherfuckers trying to force that shit for what? You feel me? I be looking at that shit. I ain't, jaded. That's a strange feeling to be. It happened when the last time Venus was combust. I was kind of like feeling a little like, man, goofy. Yeah, stupid shit. Sun actually is no longer combusting Jupiter. I don't believe like the degrees is it's too far now. So, and when I think about things like knowledge, expansion, one's money, Jupiter is Karka for the 11th house of cash flow. And I believe second house for finances, money, and study. So yeah, like like the money ain't. I don't think it's no issue with that. Especially like the cash flow, like it's coming, my nigga. They go for everybody, like it's coming, my nigga. You dig what I'm saying? It's coming. Just Jupiter lives in the treasury, And he is always in search for money and wealth. But Jupiter is also the planet of knowledge, expansion, Karaka for the 11th house of friends. You dig what I'm saying? Doing business with friends, sharing knowledge, giving good game, good conduct, and good ethics. You dig what I'm saying? That'll get you good money. Like it's gonna come. And then 11th house is Upachaya, so it's an increasing house. Jupiter expands whatever he touches. So therefore that influence being there mean like, if you conduct yourself in a positive and ethical manner, over time your cash flow, finances, and positive friendships and relationship, profitable deities. 11th house is profit. So just profitable relationships, profitable opportunities and situations begins to expand also and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a positive. It's positive. But if you don't conduct yourself, because 11th house is 6 to the 6th house, if you do not conduct yourself ethically, you just like going to draw in enemies, conflicts, and pulled into lawsuits, litigation. You don't want that, of course. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, man, God bless and good luck. Shabbat shalom, homes. About to be the weekend.